All right, last up on the list of the spheres that we're
Mm-hmm.
reviewing as it relates to embodied self-care and work-life harmony is our physical health.
Yes.
And it's often, I already said all this, like it's often unknowingly impacted by the uncertainty, stress, imbalance, and burnout that we're dealing with. And the thing is, we never fully know how much our health is impacted by stress over our lifetime. We'll never know that. But we do tend to find out when we get some significant diagnosis. And the whole point is here, we'd like for you to not be the person who gets the significant diagnosis to realize that you were going way too hard in another thing and not paying attention enough in other areas, which may not be physical health, but they may be physical health, but they play out in your physical health, right? So, when the interesting thing though is when we make a commitment to physical success and well-being, it can become a protectant against the negative impacts in the other spheres when we're kind of out of balance or stressed. So Amber, what are some of the actions and behaviors that we can engage in that enhance our physical success and well-being?
I think first off, just being consistently active, right? So, and that can look different, like we talked about, for everyone. So it might be doing exercise, depending on what type of exercise, taking walks. You might just I'm just going to park a little bit further so I can enjoy the nature as I walk into the office.
Yeah, and get a little fitness in because I don't have time to go to the gym right now, but at least I can walk a little further from the car to the door. Yep.
So be consistent. It's going to look differently and at different times. And you should enjoy it. I'm going to say this, enjoy it. Sometimes.
I mean, not that you're always going to enjoy lifting weights because you were complaining the other day about
my body was hurting, but I enjoyed it in the moment. But everything doesn't work for everyone. So just be consistent with your activity, right? Maybe you need to get a massage.
Yeah, y'all. My massage game is super strong. And let me say, massage can be done for relaxation, but it also can be done for health. I honestly, mine are more for health. Like I have tight muscles. I need y'all to get in there and make it happen. And it's not necessarily a kumbaya-ish thing. It really is to help my body, recover from the craziness that I'm on when I'm imbalanced. So it can be both for just general relaxation, or it could be for health.
Yes, and the cryotherapy.
Yeah, listen, you guys, who else has done it? Hit me up. It's been on my to-do list.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
I've heard the great
together.
things about it. So cryotherapy, a lot of the professional athletes use it, and I've heard great things. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but it can be something. It's really quick, but helps to regenerate your body and help accelerate its healing. So that's another one.
Yes.
I gotta get back with y'all once I try it.
Yes.
Maybe I'll be a poster child, or maybe I'll tell you why never again. I don't know. Let's see.
And then obviously just eating, like you said, making sure maybe you should have lunch or something. I mean, maybe, and eating some food that is actually giving you nutrition, right? Maybe not the chocolate over there or the candy might not be the best thing.
It's not the circle of trust.
So maybe making sure that you have some healthy options to eat. And I will say this again. I keep saying this, but food is for nutrition, and so enjoying what you're eating. Sometimes we eat so fast, we're like, I'm hungry, and we miss all of what comes with us eating, right? So think about that too. Sometimes it's those times, but then there's times where you know what, I'm really taking this as a break for me. I'm going to enjoy my lunch right now, and taking that time. And
that too, that's like the types of foods, but also the amounts of foods. Because sometimes you can be eating even decently healthy foods, but if you're eating too much of it, it's not necessarily good. And the frequency, because I know a lot of folks who only eat once a day. I mean, I guess you could call that consistent. Is it enough? Probably not. I don't know. Right?
Yes. And then getting enough sleep. And it's interesting because we're like, I'm trying to get sleep. But how is your routine at night? We talk about being consistent.
You got the TV on.
Yes. And it got your mind going.
Your to-do list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Having that getting enough sleep.
And sleep versus restful sleep too. Because you can be asleep. And if y'all ain't got to watch, honey, the watch be like, you asleep, but your body battery only went up 2 points.
Yeah.
Right? So because you're asleep versus resting is not the same thing. So restful sleep is the focus, right?
Yeah, and so routine is good. That is important. Trying to go to sleep at the same time and getting up at the same is important. But how your routine looks is up to you, right? And then just maintaining good hygiene and health, right? So
Yeah, and that's one, this is one that comes to mind when people talk about self-care. And we've talked about this, like, again, y'all think probably we hating on spas and getting your hair done, but I get my hair done every week for the record. But it is a to-do item. But I mean, I like looking cute. Anyway, hygiene is a sleeper. Like, there are people, if you're not brushing your teeth regularly, you're not bathing regularly, taking care, like that's a thing. And again, folks are out here trying to like be like the champion of spa day and other stuff like that. But like, if you're not doing hygiene kind of stuff, like, and honestly, sometimes that you are doing it because that's all you could do is a thing to celebrate, because like life is hard and heavy right now. But if you are maintaining good hygiene, again, this is a sensitive topic because it's like, oh my God, who's not brushing their teeth or who's not bathing? But actually, as clinicians, we can tell you, I think we both had clients that has come up, and they're not people who don't want to be clean or whatever. It's just they got stuff. The stress levels are so high that they started to fall off on that. This is like a good sign. Actually, there's actually statistics that will show the connection between good oral hygiene and health and your overall well-being. So folks who are struggling with oral health often are struggling with other stuff. So you wouldn't think it, but they are tied together. So I think this is the easiest one, at least when you think of like, what are the ideas? But it can be the hardest one. The physical health can be the hardest one to implement. I will just say this as we wrap up on this. Do what you can do when you can do it. The example of walking further from the door at the parking and walking further at the store. Like for me, again, I've been in this really busy place lately. I haven't been able to get to the gym, and that's real. Like it's just what it is. But like standing up even more at the office was something I started doing more rather than sitting. Figure out what you can do, because maybe right now the going to the gym thing isn't working for you. But that's why, like, finding these other creative versions of it. And let's not like try to go from here to here.
Extreme.
Like and we're going to talk about these in the strategies coming up, but like, you got to pace yourself into it. So especially with physical health, because the thing that happens is we try to go hard. Like, I'm about to start. It's January 1st. I'm going to go 5 days a week. And so then what happens is you try it, you totally fail. And then that like screws up your whole motivation. And then you just fall off completely rather than starting where you are. So I'm getting ahead of myself, but I just want to like note that, especially in the physical health one, because I feel like this is the one where folks try to go really hard, really fast, really far. And then they don't do anything because they didn't do the big thing. So just keep that in mind. When we get into the strategies in the next module, I think you'll see some of the suggestions we have helpful for not just the physical health, but others to kind of help you get from, okay, I got some ideas. How do I do it? So stay tuned for that.